we are back here in Surviving GT6, and we had a live stream the other day where we moved out of the village over there, captured some animals, made us a little path over here to what's going to be my starting hole over here. So I got everything moved in here, and today we are going to make our first burning box. I made up some bronze ahead of time. Let's get this done. Alright, so I'm gonna need those two. Might need to make a little bit more. Let's see here. Alright, so we'll put those there, split them, and a double, and hammer it. This thing's got plenty of fuel in it because we're going to be cooking up nuggets a lot during the process of this. Alright, so now we've got the 4 we need for the burning box. So now we need to get the wrench. Go ahead and put all of that on there. Hammer them into double ingots and into plates. I made a box just for scrap because there will be lots of that. There we go. Get another anvil made here. Which is going to be next on the list is a better anvil. Alright, so now we have 7 plates. Go ahead and make the wrench, which will be 6 of them. So now we don't have to worry about it being a level 0 by making a copper one, which we can't make anymore. Now it's a level 2, and it'll last a whole lot longer. Alright. Now we just got to get a whole lot more bronze cooked up here. While we're waiting on it to cook, go ahead and make our double plate of copper. I need to get some more copper cooked too. For some reason, I didn't cook enough. Let's get another furnace made here. There we go. And break up some more of these. And we'll cook up a bit more copper. Give me one more of them, please. You? Alright, let's get the double copper plate done. Which you can do a triple plate to a double. I don't normally do it because I usually forget. But since I was reminded of it last time, we'll go ahead and do it this time. So there's the double, and then we'll put one of these on here. That'll make it into a triple, and then you can make your double plate out of a triple ingot. And we got enough copper that we didn't lose any. Hook that back up for a bit more copper. Go ahead and make another plate here. I love this new change where we actually get the most of the scrap back when we make these. I never did quite understand the losing of it. Because if you hammered plates together, or ingots together to make a plate, you wouldn't lose all of the scrap. You'd have to cut some off, but you wouldn't lose it. It would still be a plate. So I quite like this change. And I don't mind there being a little bit of loss because, you know, you're not perfectly hammering this plate. You could leave a little nugget here and a little nugget there. All right, and we need enough to make one more plate, and we'll be able to make our burning box. But I'm also going to have to make a new chisel because this one is about broke. While we're speaking of, let's go ahead and make chisel or a crucible. Our first crucible, and there's another mold. I have 10 of them already made, so I've got plenty to get chiseled out here, which is why I'm going to need to make a new chisel because that one is not going to last for all of these. But I want to make a pickaxe, a shovel, a hammer. I'm going to have to do a plate, a large gear, a small gear, rods, and an ingot. So there's a lot of them I'm going to need to make. Now, one thing, since this came up the other day in Discord, I want to make sure this is expressed here. If you look at the Crucible, it says in red, melts down when stored heat is too much. 2500. 2500 K is the amount of stored heat that it takes to burn up this Crucible. So when you're trying to go through your Crucible upgrade, the two numbers you need to look at is the number in red, how much it's going to heat down, and then as you can see there, it says enable F3H for more information. I need to do so since I got a new installation here. All right, now it says contain materials down there. So we're looking at the ceramic melts down at 2500. Well, the next thing that we will be going to will be a meteoric steel, which if you look at the contained materials, it says M2246. So it will melt at 2246, where this one will melt down at 25. So that gives us a little under 300 temperature to work with before it's going to melt down. And that's how you decide what you're going to do for your next Crucible. There's also a vanadium that you can go to. This is the one that we used to use for the next one, because you can go 2183. But vanadium has gotten a lot harder to get a hold of in a pure state. And the meteoric iron has a much higher temperature. The vanadium is 2728. Meteoric steel is 2807. And the reason for that is we used to go to niobium titanium next, but now niobium is probably your next step. See, 2750 is when niobium melts, and this one won't burn up until 2807. So we can go straight from meteoric steel to niobium, and then from niobium we can go to tantalum. And that keeps from having to make the iridium one, which is kind of a pain in the butt to make. If you go back and watch some of my old streams, you can see where we've done the iridium crucible with like 7 or 9 heat before it blew up. So it's been a lot of fun with that, and I'm glad that that time is well past us. So now the iridium is not needed until you get to the upper level of yeah. Holy crap, my brain is having a complete shutdown on me. For making circuits. Crystallization crucible, that's what it's called. So that's only needed for the upper levels of that. Alright. So now we got our 4 bronze plates. We need to put our bricks together. Got those. Double copper bronze plates. Bronze wrench. And there's the burning box. So that is going to be the setup that we will use. And this time I'm going to do it a little different than I did last time. And instead of putting it down the hole, I'm going to put it up here. And the right box here. I am then going to put this here. Makes it a little bit easier for getting into anything that falls without smacking that crucible, because if you touch it, you're going to burn. You don't want to do that. Rust here a little bit so I can move around a bit. Alright, and the nice thing about this is the bronze burning box has better... I need to stop trying to talk while I'm typing. The bronze burning box has a better efficiency of 75 compared to the lead that we used to start out with of 50. Also, it has more heat, so you do have to be careful with that. It's going to put out 8 more heat than what the lead one did, so it's going to heat things up faster. So you'll have to be careful with that. Also, because of it having 75% efficiency versus 50% efficiency, you can pretty much fill this thing up to the top with most anything you can do in this crucible, and you won't have to worry about it melting down or not heating up for you. Alright, so since we've already done making the hand thermometer, which is my next thing that I need to do, I'm going to skip that and go ahead and get that done. and we will come back in the next video after I make up a whole bunch more bronze and chisel up some molds, upgrade the anvil to bronze, and make some proper bronze mining tools like hammer and pickaxe, things like that. So I will see you next time.